My knuckle itches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's a UFO in the sky.
Wildly uninteresting podcast. Episode 89 with the beautiful Casper Galaxy.
Hello.
Everybody.
Hooray.
Welcome back to the show. You and for your viewers, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian, for always being here.
You're welcome.
Even
man.
though you don't want to. Episode 89, though. Can you believe that we're almost to 90? Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
I
I didn't think we'd make it past 15.
Right?
I
Look,
swear.
we've only missed one episode.
Yeah, and really nobody noticed that. So.
Yeah.
Everybody noticed.
No, I'll
but it was
tell
a
you.
necessity. So.
I just say it was pretty dope to take a week off, though. It's almost like having a girlfriend, and then you're like really sick and tired of her, and then you take a week off, and you really want to be back with her because you're tired of being alone for a week.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Yes.
You don't love
Give
me anymore?
time.
Yeah.
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 No, man. Anything interesting happening this week for anybody's lives other than the fact that we're coming up on Christmas and everybody fucking hates it?
No, that's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah.
Just hating life,
Just hating
dude.
it.
I'm excited to give people gifts. I'm quite happy with everything that we got.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
love giving gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I don't care.
The lead up to Christmas though is hell.
It is.
I
You got
enjoy
some
it, but
shit on your face.
I always feel like I never do good enough.
You're an excellent gift giver.
But thanks.
I think so. Well, I've always liked everything I've gotten. You're very thoughtful.
I got some good birthday gifts.
I just hate putting thought. I hate putting thought into people.
Yeah.
It's such a
Well,
burden.
it doesn't show.
What really helped that was gift cards, but I feel like such a piece of shit when I'm getting like a gift card for somebody and like you know what I mean? Like you've gotten gifts through so many years that you're just like, this is so much easier.
Yeah, I don't know what to get you anymore.
Yeah, and people that are against gift cards are retards.
Oh yeah, gift cards are the shit. I like them.
There are families out there, dude, that seriously are against gift cards. But you know how
Those are
many
the same
gifts,
ones that hate Mexicans.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Trump supporters. No, it's the same people that I guess like my family, yeah, of course, because we don't even want to get together and shit. But you said like, okay, when they started doing gift cards, you were able to get what the fuck you wanted, and they didn't have to go out and figure out, you know, from what store you want it, because as you get older, you want certain things a certain way, and you don't. It takes all the thought out of it. Of course, I love opening a big box. Who don't? I'm still a kid. But just put the gift card in a big box.
One time, I think it was like $40 or $50 in ones, and put it in a box with tissue paper. So when I opened it, I got to unwrap a present, but it was a bunch of cash. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, boy.
It's a very good gift.
I remember that time we went out of... it was the honeymoon, and we come back, and there was money scattered around the house.
Yeah.
that
You did that.
Then you put like money in the laptop.
Yeah, I remember that.
and
Yeah,
shit.
that was fun.
It took us a long time to find that final dollar. I think it was like a month later that we finally found it.
Yeah, that was a super cool idea.
I forgot about both of those things.
Piece of shit.
You forgot how thoughtful you are.
Yeah.
You're excellent at it. Adam's really good at giving gifts also. He's pretty much on point.
You know, I've found though
Look
that
at him.
you know how
He's so
like a
cute.
relationship goes on and goes on and goes on. Eventually, like all the stuff that like I'm thoughtful or whatever, it starts to get like you run out of ideals.
Oh, for sure.
There's not a way to keep it like 100% fresh.
Yeah, no one has a lifetime of ideas of what to do for people just in their head. It'd be crazy. I never run out of thoughtful stuff.
People can say what they want, but eventually you're gonna run out.
I feel like eventually it gets to the point where you can still keep it fresh and shit, but you're going to be taking a big risk.
Uh-huh.
So I figure like with Casper, you know, like I just eventually think, all right, well, who gives a shit what she said she wants or what she's interested in? I think she'll enjoy this.
Yes.
I
And
love
then
a surprise.
I love it or I hate it, you know?
Yeah.
You could always throw it in the fire pit.
That's right.
I know that I never know what I want, so when people ask me, I couldn't fucking tell you. So I like just random gifts from people. It always makes me really happy.
Yeah,
Is
I
it-
guess when you have everything that you need or want, then you get like, okay, well, I'll take like goofy or gag gifts or, you know, whatever comes to somebody else's mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's a dildo.
Yeah.
Like
Who
for
doesn't want that?
Dalton.
Oh,
a
piece
dick.
of shit.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Idiot Dalton. But beyond that, everybody loves him.
Everybody loves dildos. We got to get that made as a shirt.
Everybody.
Okay.
I'll give you a gift.
We should get dildos with wildly uninteresting along the side.
Yeah.
That should be our first
Ooh.
merchandise that we sell.
Yeah.
And we should make them with like zero grip or traction on them. So it's like, you don't even really feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, slippery dildo.
Yeah.
A great idea.
No, man. The whole gift giving thing, though, it gets old. It gets old. To a point, like,
Yeah.
she
I'm
asked
glad
me
you
this
feel
shit.
that way because I am not getting you anything.
That's good. That's why, yeah, she asked me the other day, and I'm like, nothing. Like, there's nothing that I can think that I want ever
Well, and
at this point.
the thing with Adam, like, he has all kinds of interest and does all kinds of shit, but a lot of his stuff is expensive. Like,
And,
you know, like,
specific.
and yeah, it is very specific.
He has a piano and you. What else does he need?
Yeah. Oh, you're such a good
Oh.
brother.
You're
Don't take my
Oh,
words.
fuck off.
You're sweet.
I think you're both assholes.
Look,
I love you.
I love you.
now that he's with Casper, he's gotten a kind heart.
Oh.
I've
He's
always had it.
had a
Oh,
kind heart. Yes.
Been coated in
Always.
soot.
I also
for a
just
little while.
kind of want to like stab it and burn it. God, if I could just embrace pure evil. Oh,
Wouldn't it be awesome?
Oh,
I
it'd be
think
so
about
much
it on a
better.
regular basis.
yeah.
What could you do in this day and age that would make you like, considered evil?
Rape and murder
Ooh.
children.
I definitely like the idea of burning a lot of shit down, and definitely murder. I want to murder. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Okay.
great.
I guess it depends on who you murder, though.
Punch
Everyone,
old ladies
anyone.
and start a YouTube channel about it.
Yeah. Oh well, that's pretty evil. Yeah. Just knocking out old ladies.
You
But
old bitch.
If you're going
Like and
around,
subscribe.
If you want me to crack her rib, give me that light.
but if you're killing pedophiles, like you're not so evil, are you?
More like a vigilante.
Yeah.
Well, I
like
mean,
the
you're still
idea of that,
evil
too.
because I'd like to think in the eyes of God, killing is killing. It says
Well,
thou shalt not kill, not
why
thou shalt
is
not
it-
kill in a,
Anybody except
Yeah.
pedophiles.
you can kill within reason.
Yeah.
Why
Use
is it
your best
illegal to be a
judgment.
vigilante though? Like why?
Because then everyone could just claim vigilantism. I don't know.
It's operating outside the system.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
System
So,
exists to control.
yeah. It's everything.
I'd like to
You
think
can-
I
I want
believe
that shirt,
in
too.
freedom, but freedom's
System.
terrible for people.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
terrible. It's like the episode of It's Always Sunny when they're
Oh, is
bar, and it is, and they're, well, it's freedom is what it is, and then they end up with people like shooting up in the booth, and like junkies
Yeah.
dying, and there's gambling in the basement, and they're cutting off
Russian
fingers.
roulette.
That's what it was, Russian roulette. Yeah,
Yes. Frank was in on that, right?
Uh-huh. for sure.
I don't know. I don't think that we would survive as like a free people. Like there wouldn't be order and people wouldn't do the right thing, I guess. Because I like homeless people. Like I like taking care of and giving things.
Yeah.
But I wanted to murder homeless people this morning because you know how they set in the medians or whatever? If you're homeless, don't leave your garbage in the median. What kind of monster just has like big gulps and fucking
Monster.
bags of chips and shit and just leaves it there?
The same kind of asshole that won't hold a job so that he doesn't have to live on the
The
street.
ungrateful
Fuck them.
motherfuckers, dude. I'm telling you, it enraged me this morning so much. I was like, how could you like sit there and beg for money or be like a weak part of society, and then you're gonna trash shit?
Have no respect
No
for
respect.
your
How are you
your
such a weak
surroundings.
son of a bitch, but you don't have the
Common
fortitude to just be decent?
Just a little decent, man. Like it really fucked me up because the median's there and the gas station's like right across the street, so there is a can, but you don't. You decided to walk in the middle of the traffic. You can't walk back out of traffic and put the. Anyways, you get what I'm saying.
You know
Yeah.
how I feel
Tears
about
me up.
litter. And shit
Litter.
pisses me off. I just don't get why you would litter. It makes no sense.
I was thinking cat litter.
Oh.
I was like, but you have some around the house.
Yes. I hate it.
Somebody that
So
hates it, you
clean.
welcome it.
It
But yeah.
clumps and makes cleaning simpler.
Sometimes I do still like to just throw garbage out my window
I hate
and
you
just smile
so
at how much you hate
It
it.
hurts me. Oh my god. It's
an
crazy
asshole.
because I don't know what that is.
Complete
When you
asshole.
said that, I felt
Yeah.
rage building inside
Yeah,
of me.
because it's ignorance for no good reason.
Yeah. There's not a lot that actually does that to me where I can physically feel it. I have some things that I'm like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I can feel
But
it.
that is just like, why?
My pop,
It's so easy to not do it.
I know.
Yeah.
my pop used to eat like chicken wings and like throw them out of the moving car, and it
Yeah.
was like, oh, here you go, pigeons, but not realizing he was throwing it on the highway
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the animal to
Not
come out onto the
realizing.
highway.
It's a
He was like, it never
asshole.
dawned on me. I guess I gotta stop throwing chicken bones out there.
What kind of birds are just eating bones?
Straight
Vultures.
bones.
That's it. That's all I've got.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
I just
awesome.
really wanted to see some vultures.
Yeah. Just sit and wait.
Mom, beacons of
Creeping
death, where you at?
Oh, vultures are badass. They make me
They
happy.
I wonder, can homeless people like hunt just random things like birds and deer and like if I go and live off the land, right? And
No,
I'm,
No, you have to
still
have
have to.
permits.
Yeah, you still have to have that shit.
no shit. You can get locked up for like.
Well, we can't take his house. He may as well just be able to kill and eat anything he wants.
Because I mean,
But
think about
they
it.
could go through the process of getting the permits. I'm just
They're
saying they
littering
could.
in the meeting. You think
Yeah.
they're gonna go get a permit?
They're littering, and I would assume
Degenerates.
they're illiterate. So,
Yes.
plus, what are they
Like-
gonna hunt with?
A
I
knife.
got my sharp stick.
With my stick.
I'm
Yeah.
sure more than one of them has found a weapon loaded somewhere on the street while they're walking around.
No, that's
Guaranteed.
Yeah, probably.
I've always thought about that because, like, if you go to be homeless or say, you know, I don't know, anything, go deep into the country where not a lot of people are and it's not somebody else's land and just live there. Like, technically, by law, you can't hunt and stuff. That's crazy.
By law.
But I mean, you're homeless, so I don't think you're living by their law anyways. so.
Yeah.
All land technically belongs to someone these days, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It may seem like you're in the woods, but really belongs to the state or the city or someone with a house 10 miles away.
You know, that
Miles
tears me
away.
up because, you know, whether there's a God or whatever, I mean, we were all, you know, put here, right? I just don't get, like, it's nobody's land. Like, you're buying something that was never yours to begin with. We talked about this. It fucking makes me so mad.
You got some schmutz on there.
Oh,
There you go.
It doesn't get any less ridiculous with that line of arguing.
Well,
Because I mean,
that's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
could be said about like, this isn't your house, and then
Technically, it's not.
And then from that perspective, if somebody wants to come in and take your shit, who cares? It's not your shit,
Right.
but you'd still hate it. So you
No,
have to have a
if-
system in place.
I would
where
shoot
it's your
them.
shit.
If they come in to, like,
Absolutely shoot 'em, for
I'm gonna
sure.
take this because it's mine now. I'm going to shoot you for it.
Yeah, but
But
you could
you're
try,
right, though.
cowboy.
Living on those standards, like I just said, like that line of reasoning, technically I should just move on, like not fight over it because it's nobody's. Like, so I guess I see your point. I see what you're talking about. But when it comes down to it, it just baffles me. Like, that's why I told Sarah, I said, you know, if the Chinese actually take over, like all the Trump supporters believe they're going to, right? If they take over, they can come in and be like, well, this isn't your land anymore, right? We're just going to...
It's China land now.
Yeah.
Welcome to America, China.
Oh, you got a bill of sale? You got a deed?
China, America.
We don't give a shit about that. We don't even know how to spell deed. Not saying they're illiterate.
Deed. We don't know how.
I
Awesome.
feel like in China, it's not a deed. It might be something else. I don't
You
want
thought we
to.
didn't
I don't want to assume.
know how to spell deed, but we deed. Hey, you.
Yeah.
Sounded
New accent
incredible,
having some-
incredibly terrible. I think what I meant to say was I don't think they call it a deed.
Yeah, that it would have
Yeah,
a
there you go.
different title or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't have deeds.
Something in Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they let
Yeah.
me keep my property, but they would put cameras inside the house to make sure that I'm behaving.
You poop. We watch you poop.
This is not North Korea.
No, dude, I watched this thing on Vice that in Japan and China, they like, I mean, everything's
China.
facial recognition. Like you
Yeah.
go up to get a piece of toilet paper and you can't come back for like 8 minutes and it reads your face. And all their like transactions are done by facial recognition. You can just walk up and on your account, you know, for facial recognition, whatever their accounts are, I don't know how it works. Like it just takes off the money from there. They don't exchange money. Like it's all like that. And they watch everything they do. The landlords watch when people come and go and they keep record of it and all these data banks. Like it's crazy.
It is
They're
crazy.
watching everything.
It's the China that Hong Kong wants to get away from.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They want to be their own country.
Oh.
They want to get out of there. But
For what
Hey, that's
reason?
fucking cool.
Sovereign Kong.
Safaricom.
Oh, yeah.
the agreement they had is running out of time. So they're going to end up being China's property again.
Motherfucker.
So, yeah, everyone's
That would
pretty
suck.
upset about it.
Yeah, can you imagine that clock running
thought
out?
Except
everybody-
China.
I thought
China's pretty
everybody knew.
excited.
About Hong
No,
Kong.
that's branching out and watching more of that. And that's the crazy thing. So say I'm watching that here, right? I'm sure that I don't know how to say this without sounding retarded, but like so if it's something that like our government doesn't want you to see, or they're gonna spin it a certain way to make them look worse than us or them not free. So I'm not in China, so I don't know what's actually happening, or I'm not in Japan or Hong Kong or whatever, so I don't know what is like actually happening.
So you fear the propaganda machine.
Yeah, and I don't know
Look
the
at
truth.
you.
Like that whole Vice episode could be like bullshit, and you know our government's just like, see, they watch everything they do, no
See?
freedom, like
Right.
Yeah.
they're communists, blah blah blah, like whatever. But what would suck, like Hong Kong's a lot smaller than China is. Can you imagine being like, we want to be sovereign and not connected to you, and then they're just gonna be like, you're going to because we can, you know, overpower you.
Yeah, we'll just
Like,
come
that's
in and
crazy.
kill all your people.
Yeah.
Take your mountains, and here we go.
That's medieval shit, right? Like I'm just gonna
Yeah.
come in and fucking kill you.
Well, I mean, the Chinese are subhuman, so.
Jesus Christ.
According to Morrissey, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's a bitch.
No,
so-
I don't know. Morrissey's king.
No. Absolutely not.
No, I just fear like like I got a buddy that was like, well, like don't watch Vice and these other news outlets because they misinformation or whatever. And then he watches a certain outlet, and then I'm like, well, how do you know that outlet is telling you, you know, what's real or not? Because like the Chinese government, there's certain things that the Chinese aren't allowed to watch. Anything
Yeah.
that's like talking shit about China, it's blocked.
I've never heard of making purchases with a picture of your face, though. Seems
Maybe-
kind of strange.
That's
maybe they're
It's so really
working
real.
towards that. But
Possibly. I'll pull up the video.
It's futuristic shit.
it does
Yeah,
sounds
Instead
like
of a debit
future
card,
city.
you just have a face.
I definitely do
Face.
remember them saying it, but it was about toilet paper specifically, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to watch it
Maybe I
again.
embellished the story a bit. Maybe they're headed
I
that
mean, they
direction.
do have currency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
bills
but-
and coins and
Well, absolutely, but it was like literally. I think it was like public restroom.
well, maybe
not.
for people like stealing toilet paper
Oh,
through the pandemic.
yeah.
They're like, well, we
Ah.
can see your face, so
Yeah, it very well
you
could
think,
be that.
okay.
We'll have to watch it again and
Okay.
see.
I know that's another thing, like catching the highlights of the video. Like Vice puts out those like little clips where they have a bigger whatever. So maybe watching the bigger picture. Like maybe I form my own idea.
Futuristic Chinese TikTok video shows a woman paying for vending machine items with no money or card, just her face.
Hell yeah.
So their digital currency could be controlled with their facial recognition account,
Maybe
but
like
they
your
still have like paper currency.
It's like a
Yeah, I
goddamn
mean,
debit
You're
card.
not going to be able to use it everywhere yet.
Gotcha.
But maybe it's just
It's not Visa.
yeah, but
They'll
maybe
just
their
stamp
face.
it on your like the side of your face. Like, what are you? Visa or MasterCard? It's just there. They don't have to have.
American Express, bitch. This is China. You get out.
Yeah, maybe
No,
their
but-
face is like connected to like their bank account or something. So, like when they have a small system to see if they can make it work, so they start with like
Oh,
a
yeah.
little thing, and then okay, this is your face. Well, we're gonna charge, you know,
It's like that place
$7.50
we
or
watched
whatever.
that were they were trying to make all drugs legal to see how it worked out, and it actually like cut down on overdoses, and they were able to put more money into like education and care for addicts. And I forgot, there was 2 locations that did that, and I can't think of the
Canada,
damn name.
And it might have been Switzerland.
Yeah, I was thinking like Switzerland or like Norway. Or,
Yeah. It was one of
that Scandinavian shit.
yes.
But
solid
like having
Scandinavians.
they do need to have those little like those test runs, but I don't see like where it would be bad, other than the fact that like I think the majority of money anyways is digital. So I mean, what's the harm in fucking get rid of the plastic cards that are going to be around here?
But then you run the risk of
die.
the sadistic capitalists, like whenever you use the face stuff, like if you overdraw your card or whatever, like it shocks your nuts.
Damn.
Yeah.
What if you've got a twin?
Ooh.
Shit.
That'd be terrible.
I would hope that their system
Kill your
is
Yeah, dude.
like delicate enough that it would pick up the subtle differences.
It'd be
There are none.
Yeah, just say it would have to be if they were like spot on. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm the other twin.
Yeah, because I mean, like I could tell the difference between twins that I know, but
yeah.
it's really only because of how they carry themselves.
Yeah.
But I
One's
think
fatter than the other.
I think going back to like
obvious.
what I was like, even when it comes to like California, like I'm not in California. I don't know what's going on in California. I'm not even in Ohio, so I don't know what's going on in
Stay out of Ohio.
So you could tell me anything you want to tell me about like Ohio, and I'd be like, damn, I'm not going there because that's crazy. Like I don't know personally because I'm not there, and that's why I try not to like judge things on that.
Were you gonna talk
But-
shit about Ohio?
Yeah, fuck that place.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being like a smaller, like Hong Kong compared to China, like smaller, I would just fear that ticking time bomb, like that eventually they're gonna try to consume Hong Kong, and you're
that's
just
the
gonna have to
plan.
let it happen,
Mm-hmm.
or die for it. Like
Yeah, you can definitely battle it out, see how it goes.
And then if you die for it, who cares? Because Hong Kong
gone.
isn't yours.
so would you rather die for something like that, like in a
So
war,
disappointing.
in a fight, or would you rather
Yeah.
just let China take over and just live?
I'm not a very confrontational person.
Me neither,
Yeah.
dude.
I'd be
I don't
like,
wanna
well,
fight.
dang.
Well, this is happening.
It was a good run.
I'm so non-confrontational. Well, I can't tell that story. I'm a very non-confrontational person. To the
awesome.
point where I will dodge calls. I won't even like, I don't know, give a quote for like weeks because I just don't want to hear like a yes or a no. Like I don't want to hear no or rejection or something.
He gets real mad at me because I'm like, we're doing this shit today.
And when like if there's a problem on a job, I just like fix it. I don't even take it to the customer. I'm just like, because I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not too nice. It's just I don't like
What
conversation.
happens when you get people that won't pay their bill?
we luckily have only had
We've only
that
ran
happen
into it a few
once,
times.
and he just
Wow.
never did it, and it was like $100. So we just-
So
Very
that
lucky. That was common in my dad's business.
yeah,
we had
been very
one
lucky.
time where I had to get on. They have to get me to a point where I'm just like, all right, fuck it, and I'm angry and I'll do it. Or we'll just say, oh well, we're gonna have to take legal action, but we say it in a very nice way. And really, I get her to do it. I'm just, tell them that we're going to do that. And she goes ahead and tells them we're going to take legal action. That happened one time, and the guy actually paid. He just forgot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So luckily we haven't. I think it's because we pick and choose. And I kind of like I've been in it a while, and I have a notion when somebody comes to me, the way they use their words or how they approach, you can tell if they're going to be
He's-
a good customer or not.
always right about shit. 100% on point with how they're going to behave, what they're going to say and do. It's nuts. I've
Yeah.
never experienced that shit in my life.
I think because like when I was a kid and stuff with my parents, my dad was alcoholic and shit, I was able to read like like the subtle changes in your breath and in your like the way you use your face when you talk and when you're lying. Like I knew when like I'm good at telling when people are lying. But
You could be a cop.
But no, that's what I use those things that like as a kid I try to learn.
Hates it.
So you could avoid getting in trouble or getting yelled at
or getting in between like my parents and
you can sense it coming.
Avoiding the confrontation.
You learned that when your formative years.
Yeah, I think it helped me. Yeah, at this point. But the bad part about it is like I'm non-confrontational. Like some of it, like I try to avoid it at all costs. Even little, like the smallest of confrontation.
Well, my parents never fought, never yelled, things like that. I never experienced confrontation. So for me, I'm non-confrontational because I don't know how to deal with it.
Damn, dude. Ain't that crazy?
And
it's two different.
I don't mind it.
I prefer to avoid it, but it doesn't bother me
I'll
to do
roll
it.
over. Sorry.
I swear, I've had people, customers in my face, and I'm just like, well, guess I'm staying here another 6 hours to get this, done.
Just bitch under control.
I guess it just depends on where I'm at and where my emotions are. But generally speaking, I'm a very non-confrontational, nice guy.
Yeah.
So I like to give people the chance to fix what they're doing and act right, but I've got no qualms saying you're fucking up. You need to not do that.
Hell yeah. I know that dealing with confrontation of any kind doesn't really bother me. I mean, of course, if I can avoid it, I will. But if it comes up, fuck it, I'll just take care of it. We had one guy who gave us a check and it bounced. And that's what we did was just give him a chance to fix it. So we didn't come at him as you did this on purpose. Yeah. Fuck you, make it right. It was
always assume the best.
Yeah. And he was, I think it was the next day. He was like, I'm so sorry about this. You can come over and pick up cash. And he did cash and check. And we did that. We called the bank while we were there to confirm he had the funds.
Oh, yeah. I was making sure that motherfucker
had it. He let us come to his house and everything to pick it up from him.
But even that one, I told her in the beginning, I was like, we're going to have trouble with this dude. Because you could tell, he was a drinker and all this other shit. So I was like, we're going to have trouble with him. And I almost didn't do the job. I was like, you know what? We'll do it. And sure enough, the check balance was like, But he did pay. It was crazy.
Yeah, he sure did. And
I think
he paid
too.
The fee
Never
for the
doubt
check.
your gut.
Right.
That's what I tell him. Dude, just whatever you think, fucking do it. It's on point.
We had a contractor that was trying to contract us and was way too yep to anything. Yes, we'll pay whatever you want for this. And I told her we're not doing it. And we passed. And then 8 months later, dude, we come up on a job, and this guy was getting a lawyer, and he had to go to court and shit. And I was like, let me know the contractor so I know who to watch out for. And sure enough, it was the same guy that I had said no to 8 months ago. And it was just baffling. I'm like, well, I'm headed in the right direction for sure.
$10,000. Yeah, it was a lot of money. Fuck that guy.
No, I think though, I think it comes from being a kid, reading the situation and not wanting to cause an argument. And it was always an argument. It was always fighting and all that bullshit. So I think that's what happened. But it's crazy how two different situations can lead to non-confrontation. I'm sure it translates to a lot of things though, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy. But she handles a lot of the confrontation. Back in the day when I was doing tattoos a lot, I wouldn't want to charge people. I'd just be like, I'll just do it, and then you give me whatever you feel like is necessary. But Sarah started stepping in and putting a price on it. Nope, this is what you're gonna pay.
You just gotta tell people what to do.
Yeah, you're gonna give me this, or I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna put a dick on your back. No.
I don't know.
Back dick.
The idea of not wanting to start an argument and shit,
Yeah.
That seems reasonable, in certain circumstances, but sometimes an argument is there because somebody's just fucking wrong and they don't want to accept it. Yeah. So, you can either argue with them or you can just let them have their bullshit way.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and I was just say the bullshit way that can speaking of a relationship, even a friend relationship, if you continue to let somebody have their way, you're going to start resenting them. You're going to start getting in more fights because the little things start to add up, and then you blow up over fucking nothing. Yeah. So how long have you all been together thus far? Has it been 6 months, 7 months? Longer?
What?
I already
long have
lost
you been
track. Fine.
I think it's been like 5, right? Maybe.
This
What?
is like the 5th
How,
month.
how long have y'all been together?
This
Like,
is,
Since the day before we came over her birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
July 30th.
So
Or
have you all
31st.
gotten into any like arguments, like that you can consider an argument? No.
no.
You don't seem like you'd get into arguments.
No.
It's just, hey, sorry, I was being a bitch today.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I would
that's
say
what I
that's
do.
sometimes, yeah, and that's like the hardest thing is like to bounce back and be like, look, dude, I was being a fucking like piece of shit, so I'm sorry. The majority of the time it's me. I have a lot of issues that I work through, but the majority of the time it's like I go to work and then I'm like, I better send this text.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I do get a couple every once in a while, like earlier morning. Sorry, I was an asshole last night. Text messages.
yeah,
I just don't even.
it's a lot
I know
easier
he
that
doesn't
way.
mean
than-
it.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean anything bad, so I don't really give a shit. I appreciate the text though. It's always really nice. Yeah.
It's like, that's entirely unnecessary, but thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell me why. I was looking for Christmas cards, right? And every Christmas card for like a husband to a wife was like apologetic for being like a piece of shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Really?
It's a stereotype that
System?
America has accepted.
Pretty much like
nuts.
there's a couple that were kind of sweet, but it was like, I know I don't say it throughout the year, but I need you to know, like weird shit like that, saying that like kind of like the stereotypical like husband stuff.
Yeah.
Emotionally stunted.
Yeah,
Here's
they
a
know how-
card someone else wrote.
Dude, that's how it reads too.
That's awesome.
I was reading them like there's no, so I end up like getting one that has like a lot of room for me to do it that just says Merry Christmas, but it's insane. I'm like, what the? It's like every husband, like the husbands in like Family Guy and shit, just dumb and fucking.
Dude, oh my
Give me a
god,
beer.
you're just the worst fucking husband. If you
Let's
think
not
like,
rag on beer.
just get me one.
One,
Yeah, just give me
one time we went camping, dude, and Sarah got all
yeah.
dressed up, and like there's
we
a
were
certain way
going
she
out
makes
to
her
eat.
hair, and it was we were with everybody. It was the time I had a few beers, you know what I mean? And she walked in like looking fucking fantastic. And the first thing I said was not like, "Are you looking?" I was like, "Hey, grab me a beer."
Oh, it
And
pissed
then-
me the fuck off.
Dude,
Oh,
I've never seen somebody more mad and just shaking and crying because they were so mad. I was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I fucked up."
I got flowers at work once we got back. Very few things like really upset me to that point, but that really pissed me off. Like we were getting ready to go out to eat and I was super excited, and I don't usually look like exceptional. I just look like fucking whatever. And I was so happy with how I looked. I felt beautiful, and he said, "Hey, will you get me a beer?" Bitch,
That was it.
no,
Nothing
I
else,
will
dude.
not.
I felt so bad
I
after
put
that.
all this effort into being your beer wench.
I know.
Dude, I felt so bad. But yeah, that took a lot of like apologies.
Well, let's keep reliving that. Let's not move on yet.
Let's not move on. Let's keep reliving it.
I think that stuff is so upsetting to me though, because it's so out of character for him, because he's so sweet and kind, and then that shit happens, and I'm like, the fuck, just are
Bitch,
you
what?
possessed?
Give me my man back.
Some man still in demon.
Not like that.
It's a diamond.
Yeah, dude, I'm not prepared for Christmas, so I don't. I think though, because like our family was not like the best, so I was around your family and shit. I really like going to yours,
Yeah,
but
our
I hate
family's the best. Yeah.
mine. Makes me like anxious and shit. And I just want to like. But the good thing is like we've kind of worked our way out of like doing Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
But I think
And you
people
have
need
our
to be honest
family
with-
now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, my brother moved to Owensboro, so he doesn't come up anymore. So I'm just like, I'm done with Christmas. Dude. I'm done with all the holidays. I just like a holiday is supposed to be like, all right, I got time off work.
So,
I want to chill at the house.
Did your old church not try to take away your freedom to celebrate Christmas?
Fuck them. No,
You
they didn't.
satanic heathen.
You
You
heathen.
can't celebrate now.
I swear, dude, I think about them like once a week. Just how like I'm glad though, like that's what I was talking about before, is like the amount of brainwashing that I don't just feel like it's in the church. I feel like outside of that in the real world there's like a certain amount of brainwashing, and the stuff you see on TV kind of leans a certain way and tries to get you to feel a certain way.
Right.
But it was insane. I felt really, really bad for getting kicked out of the church. But it was almost like the minute I walked out, it was like I woke up. Like, oh, shit. Like, they've been, like, feeding me this bullshit. And they don't have an answer for anything. Anything.
Yeah. It's like when
they're
you
just
get,
making it up.
When you get out of a shitty relationship, you know, and then like a month later, you're like, man, I put up with all that shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is going on here?
And then you're fine.
Do you go to church and stuff?
No,
Are
I
you
don't.
Christian? No.
Do you want to?
Do you want to?
No.
Do you
Think
want
we
to create
should?
your own church? Because you can practically make up anything, and it'd be like a church. You can make anything
I was
up.
raised Catholic.
Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a Catholic church for like 2 or 3 years straight,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. It's just like
It felt
church.
like 7.
It was just church. It was weird though, because they're more ritualistic than
Yeah.
like most
that
of
drives
them.
me nuts.
Yeah,
I'd
it was
probably
super
still
weird.
be able to run through all of it.
Oh,
Like second nature, even though it's been
when'd you stop going?
whenever I graduated out of that school.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you went to like Catholic school and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, that's
So when I was 13 or 14.
okay. It's not too bad. I think we dropped out of church like when I was like 7 or 8, and then I chose to go back. And it just like moving through life, I just realized what a fucking crapshoot. Like the church and them, like they expect, like they have it. There's so much to that religion shit that it's just like it's baffling to me, dude. And knowing that they don't have an answer for the things that the real questions in life, it's like
Of course they do. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and tip 10%.
Eat your
or whatever.
vitamins.
tip 10%. Oh, she's fine. She's playing around in a box.
She's got a box.
A little
Come up and put a cat in the box.
Cat in the box. No, man. Yeah, and that's cool too, because now we don't have to go to church and shit during like Christmas and Easter
Yeah,
and all
fuck
that.
that.
It's
God
fucked
can
up.
come to me.
Yeah. God's in this
I
house.
hated going to church. Always hated that shit. So I didn't go. He would still go, and I wouldn't go. I just don't care for it. I don't want to get up early. I know that's ridiculous, but I just don't.
Is that ridiculous?
I don't want to get up early to go do something that I don't want to fucking do. Definitely.
I don't like getting up early to do things I like doing.
Right?
So speaking on like religion, and we're gonna put our cat to sleep, and we were talking to you because you work somewhere where they recreate animals. Because I don't think we've ever talked about like where you work in your profession.
I don't think so, no.
So you work at a place that recreates people's animals
Yeah.
so that they can have a cuddle buddy.
You clone them, right?
You clone animals. No, so they make it. I guess is comfort. Is that the only time they make them, or can like do people
Don't
get them
look at me,
made
I
when
don't
they're
know.
alive
Oh, yeah. People order them.
just to have them?
We'll only take a contract of a dead
If a
pet.
dead pet, yeah.
Is they ours or?
We have had customers contact us and be like, "Hey, my pet's not dead yet. Can I still order?" Like,
Aw.
yeah, you can order
Do
one.
anything you want.
What's
Get
the
pictures of your pet? You can order it.
What a weird like company idea that would be.
Yeah.
You can
No.
only order.
in death?
I mean,
With
I guess
dead.
if you're doing a taxidemy company, that would
Yeah.
kind of be a rule.
That's very specific.
If we find out your pet's still alive, we're going to track it down and fucking kill it.
Stuff it and leave it on the doors.
So what's the name of the place again? I always forget.
It's called Cuddle Clones.
Cuddle Clones. Okay,
Cuddle
so it's pretty. Yeah, Cuddle Clones. They recreate your animal. It could be alive or dead, and they are super realistic. Super realistic. Everybody that's ever come in this house to see the ones that we have.
Calm down, buddy. You need to
They
stop
think-
kissing their ass until they start paying us money.
Well, they're going to
Okay.
after this episode.
With
No.
our cats, you want our cats to pay you money?
No. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take cat
That'd
money.
be cool.
Cat
What
money.
kind of money do cats have?
American currency.
They do. I was like, would they give cat treats or?
Go to the store, buy their toys.
I ain't no bust. I'm an entrepreneur cat. Think I ain't got these treats?
I love the idea of a cat getting in the car, driving it to the store, going in, buying a toy, take it to the counter. It's so precious.
It's
Got like his little hat on.
got a dead fish like as a coin purse.
Just blink, opens it. It's one that you can squeeze.
That reminds me of one of those
Yes.
Ghibli movies.
I don't know what that is.
One of those Ghibli movies where there's a cat, like this girl, they turn her into a cat.
That's
But
awesome.
in the beginning, there's a prince cat, and he's gone out to get his girlfriend something for her birthday or something, and he's walking along the street with his little package.
Oh my
It's
god.
animated.
Yeah.
It's not
I
live
love
action.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
I don't remember what that one's called. The Cat Returns, I think.
The very next day.
No, that's what it's called.
Oh, that's the name. That's awesome.
The Cat Returns.
Oh, that is good shit.
Yeah, they have a little cat society.
I'm so jacked. I'm gonna be watching that shit.
Okay, a cat society where they just sit around and lick their bollocks all the time.
Uh-huh.
There's a place, and I think they have them in. There's a place in Kentucky now, though, that it's like a retirement home community for like old cats. So
Yeah.
people that they can't care for the cat or whatever, they're too old. They send these cats to these retirement homes, and they live out their day. And these people like will feed them pudding and ice cream, all the things that you wouldn't normally give a cat.
Oh yeah.
They like
cat
treat them.
pudding.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, man.
Oh,
Why
I
do you
love it.
think that humans? Because I don't know if any other animal keeps something for a pet. Why do
Right,
you
like
think?
there's the
we-
bear
Observe.
walking
Monkeys
around.
keep salamanders.
No, they don't.
No.
I've seen. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure I've seen
kinda.
a monkey with a pet dog before in like India or something.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Coco-
Coco had a kitten.
They got her a kitten. Yeah.
And cheetahs have like dog companions
Yeah, see, sorry.
in zoos and stuff.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So salamanders aren't worthy of love. Is that-
Absolutely not. No, actually,
Okay,
I guess
well I
it's
made
fine.
that up. So
I know. Meow. Say hello, Jax. Look at her. She's like.
I realized I fucked
like,
up when
no.
I was looking at you when I said it instead of looking at Adam.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Wrong person.
Because then he read you and he's like, oh, he's making it up.
Read me. That's
That'd
good.
be pretty dope, though. Can you imagine? I guess you would just buy a piece of land and charge people for giving you their animals. And I mean, you really don't have to really take care of it. Just put it out in the backyard and be like, "Yep, it's
I
getting
love
all
the
it's needed."
idea.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
if they're at the point where they're extremely old and they need round the clock care, and that's the reason you're giving them up, most likely it would be a lot of work.
Probably,
You'd
yeah.
have
Oh,
to
yeah.
you'd have to take like donations and stuff to stay afloat.
I've got to give it up because I can't care for it.
All right, put it in the backyard.
Yeah.
$50.
$50.
Bury him up to his head. We'll deal with
We'll
it.
just keep feeding them.
I was thinking it's time to cut the grass, but yeah, we'll keep
Oh.
feeding him.
I think too. Even that Coco, when her kitten died, like she mourned the cat.
Yeah.
So, do you think that's
Hell yeah,
more of
dude.
like with like intelligence comes that companionship with another living
It may
organism?
just be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems to be typically primates that I've seen before that would
Have you
keep
never seen
pets.
Bambi?
So real. It's so real.
Obviously, Disney is going to base it in reality.
If I can pick it up and hold it, it's my pet. If I don't have arms, then I can't do that.
We'll make
Oh.
anything a fucking pet. I seen somebody that a possum was hit and it had baby possums in the pouch. So they went out and they collected the babies so that they could take care of them, and sure enough, they kept them as pets, possums.
Yeah.
Which, by all means, keep the possum. We get a lot of our there's something that we created from possums that snake venom. They can get bit like 100
okay.
times. Snake.
100 times.
Oh,
We
just like a
tested
honey
it.
badger.
Yeah, that's where we got like an antidote for snake bites or whatever from possums because it's in their DNA.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But so I'm all for keeping the possum, even though they're like a rodent. Like, fuck it.
Marsupial?
I
They
tell
have
you what.
pouches.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's a marsupial. Yeah.
If it has a
Fuck.
pouch.
Just because
Right.
people think they're rodents doesn't mean they are.
I know. I'm just
But they are varmints.
this
Damn.
this episode just highlights what an ignorant redneck I am.
No.
All the fucking Chinese and possums and stuff.
Chinese.
Fucking rodents. Not Chinese or rodents. That I'm talking about two different things here.
Those damn subterranean Chinese vermin.
Well, that's been another episode of Wildly Uninteresting.
It reminds me of we went back and watched King of the Hill. We're
Oh
starting,
my God.
Have you ever seen the cartoon? I mean, probably, right? King of the
Yeah.
Hill? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know that shit ran from 1997 to 2010. That's crazy. It was on that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope.
But in the beginning, because it would come out in 1997, it's very ignorant. Like,
Hank is terrible.
yeah,
He's a cocksucker.
they're very
He's a
misog-
Texan.
He's an idiot.
very
an oil man.
misogynistic and like, oh, you're my boy, you gotta be a football player, like all the fucking stereotypes and stuff. And I'm like, I wonder if we get to like 2010, if it starts backing off all of the like the male stereotypes and
Watching it from the beginning.
Yeah.
it's so
I've only
weird,
seen random episodes out of order, so.
Because
Yeah,
that's the character.
you think
He's
so?
just he's
I
just
wonder.
a
I'm
dumb
gonna,
American Texan.
yeah, they do a good job at it, dude. If they're really like that, well, see, I can't base it off that because I'll go around and tell everybody that all Texans are that way because I watched an episode of King of the Hill.
Yeah,
Right.
You don't live there.
No.
Hank
You're
pisses
not
me off
there.
every single episode. It's absurd. There are some things, I can just, accept and fucking move on. It's a cartoon. There are other things that I just makes me so angry watching it.
anything to do with like misogynistic.
Yeah.
Like that's what gets like to the core. Sarah just
Does
hates it.
definitely. Now just imagine like a misogynist like throwing trash out the window while they're driving.
Oh, murder.
Just nuke them. Just be done.
I dig that though, that like TV
Nuking
now TV now though has accepted all forms of everything. Like, you know what I mean? It's not one way on TV anymore. Like, I'm sure if you watch TV in the 80s, it's entirely fucking crazy different. And like, women in the kitchen, the men in the living room watching football
Yeah.
and their fucking recliners, all that
Song?
shit. Yeah.
Is that a country song?
Yes.
Fucking recliners.
Going to Texas with it. No, man. But, now they don't. And they show homosexuality on TV, which is awesome. They show, like, the opposite side of everything, and they give people, it's like unbiased TV now.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're trying to sway you one way or another like they used to. I think back in it, like, that's so weird. Like, can you imagine growing up as a little girl back then and just, like, you gotta look forward to not having a job.
And, like, to
kitchen
an
work.
extent,
Oh,
I'm
man,
cool
that'd
with
be
it.
great.
Like, ooh, everybody's on TV and shit. But I saw with like the Stand, like they're doing that, they're remaking that or whatever for TV.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a deaf character in it, and people are pissed that they cast a non-deaf person as
yeah.
a deaf person.
Yeah.
And then they're, people getting all mad. They're like, oh, you cast a straight person to play a gay person. It's like, they're fucking actors.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit. I don't,
That's their job.
Eat shit. Like, you got a Victorian role. We're going to have to dig up a Victorian person,
For
get
real.
them in the,
A
in the
Victorian
fucking
person.
part.
Have you ever watched Blow? Johnny Depp is not a drug dealer, but he plays a drug dealer.
Nope, we
Dude.
got to have drug dealers only
So
in that
fucking
role.
What's
unauthentic.
that movie, that Johnny Knoxville movie, The Ringer, where they had like
Hell
special
yeah.
needs and stuff? People got pissed that they put non-special needs people in those
Yeah.
roles,
Yeah.
or in some of them anyways, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
all right, man.
Yeah.
But I guess it's
It's like,
the acting like you're
Yeah, like
Special needs.
Some of the retarded people, they could act properly, but some of them couldn't stop biting at their elbows for long enough to film a scene.
Right.
So you
It's
gotta
the
put,
fucking nature of the business. Like, sorry that there's not just a plethora of blank
Right?
actors.
It's
like,
hard-
whatever
yeah.
you want to put it here.
It's hard enough
deaf,
to find
retarded.
a good actor in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want this niche role filled?
Yes.
You track them down.
Do you ever watch TV shows thinking like, I don't know how they separate, because a lot of TV show characters and actors don't cross and go into movies, saying like vice versa in movies, unless their career's in the shitter, and then they're like, well, I always can fall back on TV, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what that, like, does that just like come with it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going out there, are you gonna get into movies, or does the industry place you?
You take what you can get.
Oh.
These
With the
days, a
exception
lot
of
of
Tom Cruise.
these days, a lot of A-list actors are taking voice acting jobs, which is taking away from voice actors that do that for a living, and that's the
Yeah.
only kind of jobs they take.
Oh God, he on the voice acting.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, I mean you're fine. It's just with Hank Azaria, he did the voice of Carl and Apu on The Simpsons, but not anymore.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
I don't know. It
talking
just
about-
made me think of that. So
we
Flashbacks.
triggered Ian.
You're
Oh, I
fine.
know.
Got
That's what I was
triggered
saying.
real
Trigger.
it's Hank Azaria, man.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
that's,
yeah. It's like, we're taking away from the jobs of the voice actors. Well, be a better fucking voice actor if you want a job.
Yeah.
Don't be put out of work by this other guy.
I feel like sometimes though they just like, oh well, I could have Justin Timberlake. I'm gonna get Justin
Oh, like
Timberlake.
Yeah,
Actual,
because
yeah.
that name will get people to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There's certainly some stuff that I've watched only because of the voice
Yeah,
in
it's,
it.
it's like free marketing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no, at least not that I know of, there's no, I guess, pattern in society where it's like if somebody was a vice president of a company or whatever, like you can't let them work at Best Buy as like a retail person because like, oh, you're taking away the jobs from the idiots,
I know.
High
Yes.
school Gary can't get a job
High
because his
school
fucking
Gary.
CEO wants it.
That's I
I
don't
start
know
calling
that
Gary
the
high
voice
school
acting
Gary.
though would be pretty dope because
awesome.
you wouldn't have to actually put forth acting. You would just have to put expression in your voice and that would be a lot easier. I feel.
Yeah.
And
I could probably do that.
I don't know, man.
I couldn't act.
Have you seen some of the video of like people doing the voice
I've
acting
heard
and
some
shit?
bad
Like,
voice acting.
some of them get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah,
heard
some of them do just suck.
I've heard some really bad voice acting on YouTube.
It's very interesting that that's a thing that people can suck at.
Yeah.
Like you're not good at talking.
Well, I mean, it's like they're doing more like expressive reading
Yeah.
than they are like acting a role.
Yeah.
That's usually
Yeah.
how it feels.
I guess I'd be terrible at it though. My voice is so mundane.
we had
Just gotta find the
be a
right
boring
character.
Yeah. I'd be good as like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Just talk about butts and horses all the time. I can't do it. Yeah.
We had a friend that said that like all the kids on TikTok and shit, like girls or whatever, like back in the day when you used to dance and stuff, y'all looked so like goofy and awkward. But now like the girls that go on like TikTok and shit, and you see those little kids, and I mean they can dance, they can do like cartwheels, they can do
Everyone
everything.
can dance. How did this happen?
I think what happens is back in the day when you all were doing it, right? You were figuring out by yourself in your room
Oh,
in front of
yeah.
a mirror, like, this is my body and I'm doing
yeah,
weird
how's
things.
it move? What's it feel like
But
when
now
it's
they
doing
can
this stuff?
now they can view like the shit all day long, and they just have to mimic what they're seeing.
But I mean, even
So
with
it's a lot
that though,
easier.
the ones that are being seen are the ones that are actually good at it.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just picking the
Yeah.
fucking worthless ones from
That
the
is
bottom.
true.
And
Hey, look at these 7.
it's not like they just do it on command and they're like, this is first time recording it. I'm sure they recorded a few times.
Man, there was this dude. He had like it was like, I don't know, looked like a little jumper cable
Micro
thing, you know?
penis.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe,
Yeah.
but
Probably.
it had like a ring or whatever on it, like a key ring kind of thing. And he would like flick cards at it.
Oh yes, dude.
Yeah, and then eventually
we
caught
all
in
know
one,
Yeah.
caught one of the cards in it. It's like, dude.
Hell yeah! I think he said it took him like 12 hours or 15 hours or something to
It
do
has to
that.
take forever.
Yeah.
It's
Quarantine.
dedication.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what you were gonna say. I
About
felt
what?
like you were gonna say something
Say
just
it.
a minute ago. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what we were talking about. So.
Oh, nothing about like the
Dancing?
the girls
Dancing.
stuff like that. They don't have an awkward stage. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
they're. But you're right though. You only see the good, and I feel like that's why a lot of people feel bad about themselves because you only see the good on the internet and all the people who get all the likes and all that shit. Like you don't see,
Yeah, no one watches
Joe
the video
Nobody.
that only like grandma and grandpa have seen. no one's watching that.
That's why everybody like feels
Unless it's
bad
part
and
of a
shit.
fail army compilation.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Which is great.
I'm telling you what, dude. I'm still having no luck with Instagram. I've looked at dumb shit that like that I would never
Titties.
look at before in my life,
Yeah.
just to see if the algorithm will change and the bitches will get. Excuse my language. Will get off of my back
Only
wall.
to you.
It's baffling, dude. Like these women are like purposely show their camel toe and like, or wear like the dumbest shit. And there's like people like the fuck out of it, and I don't know.
Said by a
I'm
man
all
that
for it.
habitually watches pornography.
Yeah, I'm all for it. But I go like, I'm on Instagram and I'm trying to like look at some, I don't know.
Yeah, if I want to look at titties, I'll go look up titties. I'm trying to watch people drum. Stop showing me tits.
I know. I've looked up the weirdest stuff lately just to see if it will change that algorithm, and it doesn't. It just keeps like interjecting like women working out in the tightest of clothes and in their underwear and shit. I'm just like, what are you trying to say about me?
Are you changing your following habits? Or are you just looking up different stuff?
Yeah, I'm just looking, because I don't follow much of anything. Because I'm afraid that they'll like target me and then whatever.
Target.
But isn't that what you want in this experiment?
I don't know. Like, it's so
what do
weird.
You want out of
he
this,
doesn't
bud?
know what he wants.
I want to see the data
down.
chart. I want to know what like the data chart says about me, right? See how close.
Let me see data chart.
Yeah.
You're selling me and
I want to see like how close my thoughts about myself match what the algorithm says about myself.
And what Google thinks you are.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Tell me you wouldn't want to see that.
Google thinks I'm a furry and that I'm a mother.
That's
I
furry
get a lot of ads.
awesome.
Oh,
I
do
get
you
a lot
really?
of ads and stuff for like diapers and then like like I feel like I see a lot of ads for like furry stuff too. I'm like,
how'd this happen?
I don't know. Probably shit that Shelby sent me.
Oh.
I'm like, I'll click on anything you send me.
That's so sweet.
How Google thinks. Who knows what Google thinks?
There's another one that it baffles me though, along the same lines of the girl stuff, but like cosplay, where they're like characters from anime and video games, stuff like that. Which I think you know, right?
Only the popular accounts. If you want to be popular cosplayer, you got to be sexy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't that just like life?
But I don't.
Yeah, nobody wants to look at the uggos.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. Some
but you
of
got to
those.
be taking like sexy photos too, not just being a hot person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've followed
They
hot
do,
chicks
man.
that don't do anything like that. It's like, hey.
I'm just saying the
I'm just doing it.
cosplayer accounts.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the
big.
time you do have to be pretty,
But that's some of them
Yeah.
are like
That's why I
fucking dead
don't do
on.
well.
Like, I mean, I'll give it to them. Some of them are like legitimately really, really good. But I never like, I don't know when it became like, when did the algorithm think that I like I don't do I don't do cosplay. So
It's awesome.
Because the algorithm thinks that you want to see hot chicks.
Oh,
and
so they
that's
just
part
put
of
it
it.
in.
Yeah.
maybe it shows
Gotcha.
a flaw in the algorithm.
Let's beat them up.
Stop sucking its
He's
dick.
like,
Who's this algorithm?
he's a male of a certain age. Show
Yeah.
him ladies.
Look at him. He likes ladies.
Look at you.
Start telling your phone you're gay.
Oh, let's just talk about
it
how
already knows.
homosexual you are all the time.
I'm
and see
only
if
in-
It already
changes.
knows.
I'm only into old boys.
Oh,
Old boys.
like
And I
what
want the
age
young
is
ones.
that? Like, are
Ian's
they
an old
9
boy.
or are they 17?
17's fine. Look at this old boy.
Yes.
Nobody will adopt him.
Or they're little kids that just look like old men. There's a lot of those kids in the world.
It scares me
weird.
though what the
That'd be a
algorithm
really
thinks about
creepy
me.
fetish.
It sounds
I
like
don't
some
even wanna think
supreme
about
leader.
It does, dude. I think that eventually it's gonna be like it's gonna collect all this data. Like if they know about everybody who uses any type of account, whether it's like email or anything you do that requires like cookies and stuff like that remembers what the fuck you're looking at. Like it even knows like when you go to the store, like what you buy at the store, because most people put in their Kroger fucking card and stuff. I hate to be that guy, but it just scares me, like, because it knows you way better than you know.
bro.
Google's got
This
my
equation's
Kroger
got
card.
me.
Like, dude, it's crazy how like it also connects all of those things. Like it's not just like Google knows this, so when you're on Google you do this. They cross-reference all of it to get a grander picture
Let's
of
do
how to
this
sell
together.
shit
So I've pretty much connected everything to my Google account.
to you. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
I
me
ain't
happy
scared.
though.
I ain't scared.
It's convenient as fuck.
Oh, yeah. I always just sign in with Google with shit.
I don't remember my password, but Google does.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever has an ad ever popped up that you just thought about, like a product that you thought about and it just popped up? Have you ever had that happen?
No, I don't think so.
Just
I
wait.
think it's
Just-
it's usually like if I say something, text someone or say it out loud. I
Yeah.
don't think it's ever.
Yeah.
Google can't read my brain.
I'm
One
telling
time we
you.
were like talking about sheets
So
and
close.
shit, and like I googled shit one time, and then I just
Well, if you
still get ads for it.
you
But I mean, I haven't
Googled
bought
it, though.
anything, so why can't they let it go?
But you can.
You
I think,
will buy
Google
this.
is fire.
I think it's serious. It does listen though, because we've talked about something and then like hours later got on Instagram or something, and that would be the first fucking ad that rolls
We
through.
talked about buying a vehicle, and then he got an ad about used cars for sale.
The H is silent.
What'd I say?
It's vehicle,
I
not
thought
vehicle.
it was vehicle.
I'm just kidding.
It's vehicle.
No.
Get off my ass.
Ian always says vehicle.
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 It sounds like a food. I'd eat some vehicle.
Probably just as nasty as Brussels. sprouts.
Bitch, please. Brussels sprouts are the shit. They're
No, I'm
so
sure.
good. Man.
I've
He's
eaten them
over here
before.
heaving.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
shit that, like, as a kid, just the thought of it, like, I've just never paid attention or ate it or whatever. I ate cranberry sauce for the first time at Thanksgiving at his parents.
Yeah, it took me well into my 30s to try it.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I seen it and it come out looking like the can and stuff. I was like, I'm not having none of that.
I
But-
never liked it, but Dad made that homemade stuff. It was freaking delicious.
Freaking.
Well, once I put two and two together, that like cranberry juice,
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is
Ah.
stupid. Why wouldn't I eat this?
Look, I don't like cranberry juice. It makes me thirsty.
Man, it does do that.
Yeah.
It's still too tart.
Yeah. Very tart.
Hey, thinking of that, there was this
Speaking
stuff.
of that.
Yeah, there's this stuff online that I just now. I haven't started watching it. I had to go and like just check it out for myself. It's called ASR.
Oh, yeah,
NY.
dude.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Shit's
ASMR.
You could do that.
Not
You've got
all
the
of it's
mics.
awesome. I got on the thing and there was this girl and she was talking like this, but like licking her
Eee.
lips like really
Oh,
close
yeah,
to the
I
shit.
hate the whispering ones.
Yeah.
What is? I get the other one, like little small project, like the sounds
Yeah,
and
like
it
the
kind of
stuff itself is
you.
actually
Sound,
just nice.
sound of someone getting their hair brushed. I've seen that before.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
wanna see
But
that.
there's a woman whispering most of the whole time.
Yeah.
So that's creepy.
It is creepy.
I don't. Whispering gives.
That's the appeal of
Yeah,
it.
it's real
Not
weird.
to drive around listening to it in the car and imagine there's somebody in the back.
I'm telling you, I hope that there's a chick that she will she just like gets like Peeps or other
Unwrapping
forms and
stuff.
stuff that's crunchy and
Plastic.
stuff, and she'll like take a bite of it.
Yeah.
And I hope she's making like a killing because she came up with the best idea. You just sit there and just like eat shit in front of a microphone,
Yeah.
like get paid for it.
I like to watch people prepare food, like
Oh,
street
yeah.
vendors, because they.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Oh God, it's great.
The
They-
people who do mukbang,
Oh
What's
yes.
you just eat. You just eat in front of a camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Definitely
think
the
about
best
that.
idea.
Whoever come up with that and whoever got like their first accounts when they were starting and shit, are making at least minimum wage to do the shit. Like, wouldn't you do that for minimum wage?
Yeah.
I would eat
I'll
a
sit on
fucking
my
hamburger
ass and eat in front of a camera.
What the hell is the appeal of it though? Like long
I don't
term.
know.
Like I could see checking it out for like 5 or 10 minutes.
I
Yeah.
don't
But
know, man.
to be that dedicated to where
When
the
you're
person can
hungry.
make a living, it's like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hungry.
Because there has to be quite a few people. But I mean, you can get like there's stuff that ASRM stuff or ASMR.
Yeah.
Oh,
M-
wait, more-
It
MR.
sounded like a radio station when you said it like that.
ASMR. But like that stuff, man. Like if you come up with something, there has to be enough people to watch it, and if not, just create a Patreon and make the
Yeah.
few that follow you pay you. It's like if you want more of these videos of me
Pay me.
licking this pineapple.
Pay me, bitch.
this easy ass job wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you losers out there.
Licking
that money
pineapples, huh?
Licking pineapples. Really close to microphone.
I watched
What would
this.
it sound like?
God. Just lick it, man. Don't be weird with it.
Oh shit. Somebody, it sounds like I'm eating a mango, not a pineapple. I'm sorry.
It sounds like you're eating a pussy. the only way to do it.
Sorry.
That is the only
I'm allowed to laugh loudly. It's acceptable.
Yes. Oh yeah, I do it all the time. It's okay. Sometimes it's so explosive, I don't know it's coming, and it's just
It exploded into my ears. I was like,
I watched this video once. There was this chick who had she was an older woman. Some person was like leaving like gifts on her front porch. It'd be like a pine cone and then like a special rock, like just different shit. And he'd been doing it for months and months. So she had all this stuff.
I would assume it's a raccoon.
You would think, but there was stuff that like it almost looked like it was made from things outside, and it was just awesome. But she went through and like picked everything up. She had it all sitting like on her plastic. She keeps it stored in plastic, so she would take it out and like talk about it. Her voice was calm, like the sounds of the plastic picking it up. It was the best. I watched the whole thing. It was like an hour and a half. It was good.
Does it make you wonder
dedicated.
like what in our brain or what in your brain makes you do that? Because honestly, that's a huge like waste of time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So like, what is it in our brain that like just gets the right fucking notes
That gets
like
Mm.
relaxed.
It's like a step
Yeah.
above nature. Or below.
or below?
However you want to look at it.
Definitely.
No, it's
below.
super weird though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So anyway, it's perfectly normal to listen to leaves rustling and like squirrels chittering, but you know, if somebody opens up a Rolo, you know, you're weird if you like it.
Oh yes. I don't like
that
Rolos,
sounds
but they
good.
sound good.
Yeah, I didn't. I've never really cared too much about them, but you know, just got them around the house and I'll eat them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is pretty cool.
I got them to make those Rolo pretzels
Hell
with
yeah.
the pecans on top, and then I burnt them.
Oh
My
man,
mom made them really good though.
that sounds
It was
great.
like, did you know
Yesterday,
that
they
when
were
you make
awesome.
brittle, you don't bake it? Mm-hmm. I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah.
You don't even
Stovetop
do it.
candy.
Yeah, don't you have to heat it up like somewhat, right?
I make it
to
in a
melt it.
microwave.
Yeah, it was essentially
okay.
a microwave thing.
And then like you pour it and let it get hard. Yeah.
Yeah. It just got real weird. It's
What's your
awesome.
favorite Christmas candy? Like, what's your favorite Christmas time holiday candy?
Like packaged from the
Sausage
store,
balls.
or
Anything made at the house?
what?
I thought
Mine
Cadbury
is-
mini eggs, but the Christmas ones because they're green and red and yellow. I mean, white. Sorry.
Mine is the cinnamon and spearmint, that hard candy that
yeah.
people always make around this time. It has like sugar.
Yeah,
around
Tammy
it.
makes that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I like
So
the
good.
cinnamon crap, but just like whenever the Rents would make it, you know, I like how it smelled. I
Yeah.
never cared about eating it though.
No,
It was
it
always
does
real
take
hot.
fucking forever, and you can't bite into it. You just have to let it melt. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got such bad teeth, because I would eat those like the fucking fireballs and stuff. But I
Oh,
was
yeah.
too impatient to wait for
Fireballs
it to
are great.
get soft.
Just
Yeah. And then that extra loud crunch that it makes when you know you fucked up.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
God.
fucking painful, bro.
I don't know what my favorite. Genuinely Cadbury mini eggs, but it really is more of an Easter candy.
That's an
They
Easter
just,
Yeah, they
candy.
are.
But that's a holiday.
but they made red, green, and white ones specifically for Christmas. So
You know, the
absolutely, dude.
Hell
I
yeah.
We're
know
all just-
that.
I'm trying to think of my favorite cookie. I really like those Russian tea cookies. They're little
All right.
little balls with powdered sugar on the outside of them. I think
yeah,
they might
those are
have.
cool.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's some kind of nut.
Yeah, I
in
think
it.
maybe like a
Yeah.
pecan, perhaps.
Do people normally call them like wedding cookies or something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the same thing.
I've seen that.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Man, I want some cookies.
Let's go eat cookies.
Cookies.
Cool, man. Well, Casper, we really appreciate you coming on for number 89.
I want a Christmas present now.
Sorry, I was so unintelligent.
Casper's been
thing-
trying to give away Christmas presents and shit.
I'm like,
She's like trying to force us to
What's
open
up?
shit
You
early.
want- you want it?
You want it?
Yes.
Come over here.
Let me see your joy. You
What's
want
yours?
something?
Yeah, it's awesome.
We're bad at that. The last 2 years, man, we've been able to wait to the fucking day, but usually we give them like early to start.
Yeah.
Like, you just take this.
I like to make people wait. I'm content to give shit like a week later.
Damn.
I don't care.
I
That's
enjoy giving more than receiving
Oh yeah.
Christmas
I
gifts.
feel weird when I'm like opening it in front of the person too.
They're, like, watching
when
you?
Yeah. Like even when you give me something. Like I feel like I have to act a certain way when I
Is
open
that how
it.
you're gonna watch me open mine?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how
It's
I'm
like-
gonna watch you open yours too.
I can't wait. It's gonna be a weird Christmas.
It's like, is there a way to like properly appreciate it with people watching you?
I don't know, man.
No.
I hate it. You know, and I try to be like overly thank you and stuff, but in reality I'm just like, oh, this is cool. But I'm not a person of like I don't want to show you this.
Grandiose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know my true feelings of this.
Yeah, man. It's just it's cool.
Oh man, this is pretty all right.
But people will look at you like it makes
not
me
too
uncomfortable
good, but it
opening
does
it in
suck.
front of people. Especially somebody you didn't expect to give you a gift. You know what I mean? You gotta be like, yeah, thanks, man.
I hate when that
Lady.
happens because somebody gives me something. I'm like, well, I didn't get you anything because I didn't
Immediately.
expect this. Yeah, before I even thank them, I'm like, well, I didn't get you
Yeah.
anything.
Go outside and
know.
find a stick that's shaped like something. Wrap it up. Here's a friend.
Here, this looks like your dead mom's finger.
Yes. Companionship. Goodbye.
No, man. I'm getting hungry as fuck.
Hell yeah.
No,
Whoop,
but
me too.
we appreciate everybody listening.
Thanks,
guys.
Happy
Whatever.
holidays. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Because we won't see you before then. But
Happy
yeah, everybody be
Hanukkah.
safe this holiday and
Yeah.
enjoy
No, or don't,
whatever the
whatever.
fuck you get. But nobody gives
Wow.
a shit about you.
If you don't make it to
Yeah.
2020, no law. 2021, never mind.
He's
So the
done.
wildly uninteresting podcast.
Skibbity
It's
bop
It's really hard to be this stupid on a
Everybody's
regular
done
basis.
now.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Wildly uninteresting podcast.